What's going on? My name is David, this is Spencer, and welcome to Aftermath. Welcome back to Aftermath, the sportscast where we cover the 912 area. We're still covering football right now. We are getting into basketball in a few weeks. Big tournament coming up in the In-Market Stadium next week after Thanksgiving. But before we jump into playoffs and what's going on in round two, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon. Go ahead and follow us on Instagram. DM us highlights, anything like that. We want to get more highlights in the shows. We just can't be at every game. So we're working on that. But last week we had a first round. We had 6 out of 8.
8 or 9, yeah.
8 or 9,
like
6 out of 9, 6 out of 8. Continue on to the second round, and we're going to go through those right now. Your record, I believe, last week was what, 6-3.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna
so 9.
Yeah, so we're gonna keep going with that. Your first one, Savannah Christian, coming off a win against Peach County last week, takes on Morgan. Now Morgan beat Monroe 35-14 in the first round. Who you got?
Man, it's gonna be a good game, man. I got Savannah Christian on this one. I feel like the performance they had in the second half, I know for a fact those coaches figured out what happened, what went wrong. I know they're going to clean up those mistakes. So I like Savannah Christian on this one. It's going to be a good, close game, though.
So, and because are they playing on the road, I believe?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're going on the road this week. So next one, New Hampstead, coming off that really good win off of West Side last week, 40-6, I believe, takes on Star Mills, which beat Shaw first round 48-0. They had a shutout. So can this Star Mills defense stop this explosive offense?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I got New Hampstead with this one. I think it's going to be a close game, though. I don't think New Hampstead is going to blow them out like they did West Side. But I think New Hampstead is going to win this probably 10-14 maybe. But I feel like this is going to be a good game. But New Hampstead is going to pull this one out.
Say the next game we got is Jenkins versus Dutchtown. Now, Jenkins, they had an upset last week. They played against Arabia Mountain, beat them 14-13, 9-1 team. Big upset at home. They got Dutchtown this week. Now, Dutchtown, they did win 42-31 against Northgate last week.
Okay.
We were looking at their record. They got some big wins. Got some big losses.
I say they lost to Cedar Grove by 1 point early in the season.
So it sounds like it's a decent team. Now we're getting down to the second round of playoffs. Everybody that's going to be in the second round of playoffs is decent.
Facts. It's the Sweet 16.
So, who you got?
Man, I don't know.
You gonna pick Jenkins again?
There was a couple of people, in Jenkins' team that had some words for your boy, but I don't know, man.
I see if they can prove you wrong again.
Their defense look real good, but their offense are they gonna be able to continue to move the ball and score?
I don't think 14 points is enough to beat Dutchtown.
Yeah,
because if we're looking at their thing, they put up 40, they put up 30 every week.
They average at least around like 25, 30. I think it should be a good game, but I'm gonna go Dutchtown. I think Jenkins does better when they're the underdog. So Jenkins proved me wrong.
Prove you wrong again. A game that we're still kind of a little curious on. Memorial Day goes and tries to get revenge on Robert Toombs Christian Academy. Now, to catch y'all up, they lost 63-6 earlier this year, but I believe that was one of the games that their quarterback had a concussion on.
They were
out and they were short a few players.
Yeah, they were missing a few players.
But do you think they can pull it off this week?
Hey, I don't know, man.
That's a big gap.
That's a big gap. Like you said, they were missing a few players. I don't know what players they were missing at what positions and stuff. If they were missing the quarterback, that's obviously a big key position. But man, I don't know. Can Memorial keep the juice going?
I don't think 3 or 4 players is a 60-point difference.
That's what I'm saying.
And if Robert Toombs shows up like they showed up, and I believe Memorial Day's on the road again.
Yeah, they got to travel. Memorial proved me wrong, man. I'm going Robert Toombs, but man, I really hope Coach Taylor.
Yeah, I would love for Memorial to win that one. Bethesda.
Hold up, I want to say this is like the semifinals. I think this is the Final Four.
Yep.
So if they make this, they move on. Oh yeah, Memorial. I need y'all to pull through, man. Come on.
Speaking of championships now, Bethesda goes up to Charleston Southern this weekend, take on Williamsburg. Both teams are 12-0. They've been on a collision course to face each other all year.
Man.
For the Skiza 2A championship this week.
Williamsburg, they're ranked number 1. Bethesda's ranked number 2 in all of Skiza, which is crazy because Bethesda's from Georgia, man.
Yeah.
Like, we a Georgia team really running.
Bring the South Carolina title back here. We'll take it.
But yeah, man, I'm gonna go with Bethesda on this one, but
Say
Bethesda has to
0-2.
be. They have to hit like how we've been talking about New Hampstead. They can't have any mistakes. Like
They gotta play
no
good.
penalties. Like you got to play a clean game. Turnovers have to be low. Hopefully, there's none any.
Yeah.
But
I believe when I was looking into it, they've been to the state championship twice before, and both
2 or 3
times
times
lost.
and both lost. Yeah.
So,
I'm not gonna lie. Since I started filming, you know, had BC win back-to-back, St. Andrews win back-to-back, Memorial's basketball team won. I think this is the year Bethesda's going to pull it out. So I got Bethesda.
Calvary takes on Thomasville this week, and Calvary came off a win of shutout against Jackson, 48-0.
Man, this is ridiculous, bro. Where is that? I was just reading this about Calvary's defense, man. Calvary's defense is ridiculous. It's been nearly 2 months since Calvary's allowed a point.
Oh, my. 2 months?
6 consecutive games, 26 complete quarters.
So I'm going to change this question. You think Calvary's got another shutout?
I think so, bro.
I
think so, man. Calvary they are locked in.
Yeah.
This is the year that I feel like they're like, okay, we got to get Jake at least to the championship game so he has a chance to compete for it. So that defense is locked in, and I like them boys.
I will say this. Thomasville's dangerous. I mean, they had an upset last week. They were the 3 seed taking on the 2 seed, beat them by 7 against Harlem. So Calvary doesn't need to look over them. That's all I'm saying.
I don't think Calvary's looking over anybody. Because if you think about it, they played like Beach, Groves, Johnson, Long County, Country Day. They're blowing those teams out, but you got to think about it. Fourth quarter, the last 7, 8, 5 minutes, whatever. Like those defenses still have to be disciplined. Like you can't go out there and just nonchalant. Oh, we blew them out. Like we got the win. Let's chill. They've been locked in ever since that Savannah Christian halftime. And I don't think anything's gonna stop them. Like
knowing Coach Stroud, he's gonna play the JV players. He's gonna play the young players that fourth quarter against those teams.
And
like, I know
the JV's been locked in just like the varsity. So
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, they locked in. I think they're going to get a shutout again.
And so going into the last game of the week, the game of the week that we will be at, BC's coming off another. They also shut out the team last week. They're coming off a 41-0 win against Baldwin. They're playing LaGranger, which is coming off a.
Is that an R thing?
LaGrange?
I think it's just LaGrange.
I think it's just LaGrange. That's my fault. Coming off a win against Westover. I believe when I looked at it, it was a pretty big gap as well. I think it was like 42-6, 42-0, something like that. But we're going to be at that game. Second round of playoffs. It's going to be a movie. I know BC's going to pack the house.
Oh, it's going to be lit.
So I believe it's at Memorial Stadium, if I'm wrong. 7:30 Friday night?
7:30, yes, sir.
Say we will be there. Look for us. If you see us, holler.
BC's going to handle that one, though. LaGrange is a good team, though. They're ranked number 7 in 4A. BC's number 1. So it's not going to be just a cakewalk. Yeah. But I like BC. I like Luke and them boys to handle business.
One step closer.
I just hope. I want to see them sling the ball, man. I still just want to see. I've seen New Hampstead sling it. I've seen Calvary sling it a little bit. I feel like all the games we don't go to, BC be slinging the ball. And the games we do go to, it's just nice, well balanced. Like I want to see Luke just go crazy.
Well, no disrespect to Luke. I'm not sure what the coaches are thinking. Can Luke sling the ball like that? Can Luke throw for 400, 500 yards? Like, I mean, we haven't seen it yet, but that's like I've said. Like, that's just the coaches haven't been. The play calls haven't been there.
That's not even a question. Yeah. Luke could sling. If the coaches did what New Hampshire is doing, Luke's throwing for like 400 or 500 a game. If they were to let him throw 40 times a game, 40 to 50 times a game,
nobody in the backfield.
Luke would be throwing 300 to 400, 500 sometimes with like 4 or 5 touchdowns a game, easy. BC is just a well-rounded team overall. They have good pieces everywhere, so I get it why they're so well-balanced. But
they run the ball, get the play action.
Luke will go out there slinging at it. Luke is the number 4 quarterback in the 2024, like in the country.
Yeah.
So
man's the real deal.
He's certified.
So it's going to be a good week. So make sure that's pretty much all we got for y'all today. I mean, this is we're getting into the playoffs. We ain't got a lot of games to go over. But make sure y'all stay tuned. We're going to be covering every round of the playoffs up to the championship if anyone makes it there, which I think we're going to have. I honestly think we're going to have more than one team making the championship this year.
Oh,
and say if we got 2 in each bracket still going and both teams look strong.
They just got to stay healthy. They stay healthy. We definitely having 2 for sure.
We could have 4.
Oh, that would be great.
We could have 4.
Man, that would be great. I hope we
BC versus New Hampstead rematch and the Savannah Christian versus Calvary rematch.
if that happens, based off of what you've been seeing the past couple weeks, what you like?
I like Calvary.
Yeah.
I like Calvary.
Calvary.
And honestly,
That BC
hot
New
take,
Hampstead
I say
game
hot
would be
take, I
crazy.
might go with New Hampstead.
See, this is the only thing.
BC's been there.
The experience.
Uh-huh.
Luke at quarter, like that. But that game would be wild. Just like the first one, like, New Hampshire just would have to play a clean game. That first game, it was sloppy.
Yep.
They missed extra points. They turned the ball
And
over
that's
like
why
3 times.
That's why I think that they could pull it off.
If they play a clean game, boy,
Because they've
you
been
never
playing a
know what
lot
could happen.
cleaner since.
So has BC though on
That's
the
true.
defensive
That's
side. They
true.
cleaned up something. That would be. Oh, I hope we get that. Oh,
I say if that happens, the whole Savannah better be traveling up there.
boy, what man?
Like
the
the
whole
whole-
city better be
'cause
out
say,
there. We get
that's-
4 teams in the state
Yeah.
championship. The whole city better put out.
That's
like,
history. That's
It's a whole
history.
parade, regardless. Like,
But anyways, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon. If you haven't already, go ahead and follow us on Instagram, DM us. Say we're trying to get more connections, get out, talk to the community as much as we can. Like I said, we're going to have a first basketball tournament that we actually going to be breaking down and talking about Friday, Saturday after Thanksgiving next week in Market Stadium.
Arena, Savannah Hoops shootout, man. It's about to be a movie. We got Savannah High, Johnson, Calvary, BC, St. Andrews, and Groves. Those are the 6 teams participating. Man, it's going to be.
I'm kind of curious to see what St. Andrews looks like. Because I know they state champ, defend back to back, but lost a big player there.
Mm-hmm.
See if the little brother can carry on a tradition.
It's going to be interesting.
I was like, he can get forward his whole high school career if he could. Because he's got 2 so far. He's only a junior.
Chance. He has a chance to get 4. It's
say,
going to be tough, but he has the chance.
But anyways, until Friday, if we see y'all at the game, we'll see y'all there. But if not, we'll see you Tuesday. Peace.